I never told my partner I was pregnant. Now I regret it. Not sure if I'm looking for advice or wanting to just get this off my chest. I have the most amazing partner on the face of the earth. I love him more than words can convey. Shortly after New Year I found out I was pregnant. Wasn't planned, but hey, happy little accidents happen and my partner would be an amazing father. I didn't tell him I was carrying his baby because I was scared. Last week I started bleeding and it was confirmed that I had miscarried. I still haven't told my partner any of this and I'm not sure where to go from here. I don't know whether I should tell him or not. It's a semi-LDR and I don't see him all the time. Both our work schedules have been a bit intense and I've only seen him twice so far this year. I'm not sure if maybe my fear was not wanting to tell him via text or on the phone. Shared grief. Healthier for you and him. Tell him you were gonna tell him when you were sure. Sorry for your loss. I am sorry for your loss. My wife lost a baby the same way. She knew but was waiting to tell me until she was further along. She miscarried and was wrecked over having to tell me in that way, but she did. If you know your partner, you already know what his reaction will be. Carrying that weight on your heart will be hard. Good luck. This might become a burden for you, and it will most likely help talking about it. It's not uncommon for women to wait before telling even their partner. You should talk to him. He may ask to see proof, but don't take that personally. It's a lot to take in all at once. One thing is for sure, dealing with it on your own will not help you. Sit down and talk to him. It's very clear you were waiting to find the right time, but sadly these things can happen very quickly early on. You can't keep it all bottled up, you have to speak to someone about it. If he is really such a wonderful partner, why are you afraid to telling him such things? A lack of communication is not a good sign for a healthy relationship. Tell him ASAP. If you don't trust him, don't tell him, but the relationship is not that perfect as you might have said then. Tell him. When my girlfriend miscarried, she didn't want to tell me, but I could see something wasn't right. My imagination went to some very dark thoughts. Yes, I was sad and grieved with her. But I also had the understanding of what was going on so I could support her. Miscarriages, unfortunately, are very common. Just sit him down and tell him that you wanted to make sure before telling him. Then you can cry together. Heart. I, 32 male. Just found out I got my friend, 31 female, pregnant while my GF, 33 female, insisted we take a break. 2. Good news, I will be calling her immediately and demanding she have an abortion. To add, s. ETA. Wow, I don't think I have ever seen a post on here where a woman accidentally got pregnant. Says she wants to keep the baby, as does the father. They both have careers and are financially stable. Yet a good amount of reply are literally trying to talk her out of having a baby she wants. So, sorry, no, I won't be trying to talk her into an abortion. About 8 months ago my girlfriend of 10 years told me she wanted to take a break. She said we had been together since college and she didn't know who she was alone. She wanted to take a break, and no matter what I said, she insisted, so that was that. I really didn't have a say, so I just accepted it. Shortly after I found out, she was on multiple dating sites. During that time I leaned on my longtime female friend who had also recently gone through a bad breakup. We spent a lot of time together drowning our sorrows and ended up hooking up multiple times. I like her a lot, but she is pretty set on not wanting to get into anything right now because her recent relationship was so bad, and I respect that. About 3 weeks ago my ex contacted me, telling me she had made a mistake and she wants to work things out. I was hesitant, but kept texting and met her few times since, and she recently spent the night at my place and it looked like we were working towards getting back together. Well, a couple days ago my friend told me she was pregnant. She is really unsure what she wants to do, and wants my input. I want her to keep the baby, and have told her that, and I think that is the plan right now, but I am not really sure how to break this to my ex. GF. What any of this means, if I even want to focus on this relationship right now. I am so confused. Okay. This is based on your post and also your other comments. You tell your ex this. After you wanted your break, I was involved with someone else. Now she's pregnant. I care about her as a person, and want to be there for her and also be with our child. I'm sorry, but there has just been too much water under the bridge since our split and my life has taken this unexpected turn and I can't be with you. Because it sounds like you want to be with your friend and the child. You're talking about living together, raising the child together, all that. You speak very well of your friend, too. Sometimes when people initiate a break, they end up getting more than they bargained for. That's just how life works. Yeah, she wanted the break. You got a chick pregnant. She is still your ex. You don't owe her anything. Go support your friend. TBH, I'd drop the girlfriend immediately. I woulda dropped her the moment she mentioned a break. 10 years. A full fucking decade and she doesn't know what she wants. Oh, she knows what she wants, she just wanted to see if she has to settle for you, or get someone better. Therefore fuck her, raise your kid like a real father. That's your priority now, assuming you and her decide to have it. A 7-month break isn't a break, you were broken up. Seeing someone else while you were broken up is allowed, especially since you weren't together for quite a while. Tell your ex, GF, and figure out what you and your friend want to do moving forward. You have a kid coming, possibly. It makes more sense that you start thinking about that kid. A little more than yourself or your ex who wanted a 6-month break to sleep with other people. I would suggest you tell your ex that things have changed, you aren't interested in getting back together with her. You should go no contact with her as well. And you concentrate some effort into the relationship that has a child that will quite possibly be relying on you for the next 18 years of its life. Your responsibility is to that child, and if you are capable of having a good relationship with the mother, everything in the world suggests that if you want to give this child the best possible life you can, you need to at least try to have a relationship with the mother. So she ditched you, tried to find better, struck out, comes crawling back. No. Congrats on the new life event, but you and mom need to have a sit down and communicate. If she keeps the child, she will in your life. I'd try to make it work. But I am not really sure how to break this to my ex. GF. Simple. We were on a break. What's with edit 2? Am I missing some weird sarcasm? Kind of a weird move from the op. Wife pretended to be someone else while texting me. Hi, this is my first post, so I was looking for some advice. The other day, I received a text from an unknown number that said, "Hi." I responded with, "Hi. I'm sorry, but I don't know who this is." Oh no. Why did you delete my number? I then made up a story as to why I would have deleted the number, saying that I got a new phone. They then proceeded to have me guess, so I guessed Bob and Bill in a playful manner. They then said that they weren't doing well and that they wished that they had been different with me and things were different. At this point, I stopped playing games and wanted to know who it was, but they kept saying that I knew and that they wanted to meet up for a hug. I said that I was sorry and that I would not disrespect my family, wife plus kids, by meeting someone that I did not know. They then asked that if they told me who they were, would it be okay to meet? I said that it depends and that I would not disrespect my family. They then said, "Okay. Take care." At this point, I should have just left it at that, but I was curious to know who it was and why they knew my name. I kept asking who it was, and they kept insisting that we meet. Again, I declined, but if they told me who they were, that I'd consider it. The messages stopped at that point, so I blocked the number, which then deleted the conversation. As I got home, I kept wanting to tell my wife, but didn't want to start an argument, so I stayed silent. Later that night, she told me that it was her and that she was disappointed in me for the way I responded. She stated that if I didn't know who it was, that I should have ended the conversation immediately, but instead I was flirting. I admit that I was being friendly in the beginning, but after they stated that they wished things turned out differently, I immediately changed my tone. Now she doesn't trust me and wants to separate. What should I do? I feel like a bad husband and father. Any advice is greatly appreciated. Honestly, you're the one who should want to separate. You deserve better than someone who trusts you so little that they'll put you through childish tests to prove you're faithful. You did nothing wrong here. It seems to me like your wife is looking for reasons to validate her trust issues. She's cheating. She thinks you are too. She tried to trap you. It didn't go as well as she hoped, but she's gonna march right on and accuse you of infidelity anyway. She was looking for a way out and this was a cheap shot. She set you up to fail. First off, it's childish, and second, she had absolutely no right doing this to you. What if tables would have been turned? And all of a sudden you said, "I want to separate." This is bullshit. And the fact you didn't bring it up to her because you knew it would start an argument, right there you clearly can't talk to her. By the way, I am a female, and this is super immature on her part. If she's accusing you of this little petty thing you did, what's she really doing behind your back? Good luck. It's the fact that she texted you off an unknown number. How is she going to marry you and have kids but do this? She's basically showing that she doesn't trust you. You were literally curious about who was texting you. It's not like you agreed into meeting up. WTF? She would have been disappointed no matter what. This was a very childish game on her part and you have nothing to apologize for. You need to get to the root of what sparked this bullshit. Have a candid sit-down talk with her. Suggest couples therapy. This is not rational behavior for an adult. She sounds like an unhinged nightmare, to be honest. Not only was your answer fine, testing you like this is some manipulative shit. I'd be asking her to start therapy. Dude, she's testing you and creating drama like a teenager. Who the hell does this? That's crazy disrespectful, some nonsensical entrapment bullshit. You deserve better than this. She is manipulating you into a divorce. What kind of person does what she did without a plan? Does she have a number 2 man waiting in behind Teehee curtain? Investigate and start the divorce process. You do not have to complete. Separate finances. She could take it all. 17M. Really like my mentally disabled friend. 16F. Would it be wrong to ask her out? I am in love with her, she's gorgeous and funny, we like the same things, but I don't know if it'd be wrong to go out with her. Regarding her disabilities, I'm not sure exactly what she has, but she is not trying to be rude, not very smart for her age. She is the sweetest thing in the world and I love her, but should we just stay friends? You need to be very clear on whether she has the mental capacity to give consent. Talk to her parents, or you may find yourself up to the ass in a statutory rape accusation. I'm so glad you're asking for advice. I agree with Buttercream. You should talk to her parents and yours and approach this carefully. People with disabilities are so vulnerable to abuse and neglect. It's important that you get her parents' blessing to date her, of course if it's what she wants to, and just be careful with her feelings. She most likely doesn't have any defenses built up, so you could very easily hurt her, without trying very hard. Court her. Be a gentleman and have fun. Good luck 4-leaf clover and update us. Talk to her parents or caregivers. She may not even be able to give consent. This was honestly really nice to read after the recent stream of bad relationships, and that's flooded my screen from this sub. Really though, like a lot of people suggest, I would talk to her guardian before anything else. Learn more about her disability and make your intentions clear. That way you can understand if she's able to handle being in a romantic relationship. If the answer is no, just be glad you managed to learn something about your friend. I'm wishing you and her the best possible outcome in this. I don't think it's wrong, as long as she can consent, then I don't see the problem. I think it would be really sweet and you both would make a great couple. Definitely something that needs more information. Like they said, inquire to her parents about the specifics of her situation and their permission to go further. However, and this not a rip on her parents, do your own research on her condition when you find out more, not just to determine if you can ethically go forward, but in assisting you on how to go further, navigating how this would hypothetically go in a long-term committed relationship. You're growing up to be a good man, son. First, ask your friend for a date, something that friends could do, like get a fancy coffee drink, or go to the movies or a school dance, but make sure she knows that it's a date. Then, offer to talk to her parents, and probably yours too. You don't want to leave her out of the whole process, which some posters seem to be suggesting, but you do need a grown-up involved in this. If you believe she has the capacity for such things, then go for it. Certainly no harm in having a conversation with her and her parents. Make sure everyone is on the same page and understand that they may be very protective. You love who you love. Take it slow and see where things go. Good luck.